Since the day the BRICS group was formed, they have been trying to have a constructive dialogue with the West. The goal of this association has always been to reform international institutions to give more space and rights to the global South. However, the arrogance and egoism of Western countries have prevented any significant changes to the global order. Now, faced with this resistance, BRICS is creating its own alternatives. It's challenging Western dominance across 10 transformative sectors that go far beyond just economics and politics. In this eye-opening video, we will take you on a fast tour showing you the amazing things BRICS is doing in fields like finance, technology, energy, and space exploration, even though the West is against it. Get ready for a big change that will redefine how the world works.
But I will tell you that BRICS, if you're not focused on BRICS right now, you're not focused on the right thing. Before the Ukraine conflict, BRICS was just sort of this five-nation forum that wasn't getting any traction anywhere. The G7 was always going to outflank BRICS, and the G20 was always going to overwhelm BRICS. Because of this war, because of America and European overreach, BRICS has become relevant, and it's expanding. I'm going to be going to Kazan in October to the BRICS summit, and it's going to be. It's just going to.
I'm jealous. I'm jealous.
Blow the socks, because this is where the change is taking place, right there. And this multilateralism. We always talked about a multipolar world theoretically. It's happening right now, but in America, again, I would imagine, I'm not picking on your audience, but many audiences would say, okay, I think I got the idea of BRICS. I've heard this before. Kazan, where's that? But it's an Islamic city. It's become a center of East and West mingling. It's a very big deal. And this BRICS summit is a huge deal. The war may be over by then, but then the real geopolitical struggle is beginning. And the first major battlefield of that will be in Kazan, where BRICS is charting this brave new world of multipolarity versus the American-controlled singularity that the G7 represents. That's going to be the struggle of the future: G7 versus BRICS, and it's going to be fascinating. I'm really excited about it.
The global landscape is changing fast. The rise of the BRICS is challenging the long-standing dominance of Western countries across various sectors. This transformation is not just an economic phenomenon. It reflects a broader reaction to the weaponization of everything by Western powers. Globalization's enablers such as finance, technology, energy, law, education, science, trade, and travel have been transformed into tools of warfare and division rather than forces of integration. Take banking sanctions, for instance. The West has weaponized finance in this way, aiming to contain China's influence or Russia and Iran. This weaponization has created an asymmetry of power, where even non-state actors can leverage these tools to threaten global markets and undermine the traditional pillars of power. It's also made it clear that we are all vulnerable because global systems and institutions aren't working well enough to deal with these new threats. The rise of the BRICS nations is challenging the Western-led global order. These countries are asserting their economic, technological, and geopolitical influence across various sectors, offering an alternative vision for global integration. Understanding the BRICS impact is crucial because it sheds light on shifting power dynamics, highlights limitations of the current global order, presents new investment opportunities, and fosters cultural exchange. Looking at how the BRICS challenge affects different sectors, not only the economy but also space, security, technology, and more, can help investors, policymakers, and global citizens make better decisions. As we said before, we will be covering a lot of topics in this video, but we will be talking about them in a general way, mainly because we don't have much time. We also want to know which topics you are most interested in, so we can focus on them in future video reports. So let us know what you think by leaving a comment and telling us what you are interested in. Let's start with the most relevant areas that are already at an advanced stage, namely the economic and financial. In these fields, the BRICS are working hard to create an alternative system to Bretton Woods that will allow the various states to trade more easily with each other by avoiding the use of the US dollar as the reference currency for international trade. There is also an alternative messaging system called the BRICS Bridge, based on a basket of national currencies and blockchain technology. It is designed to be free from political influences. Several study panels are working on integrating the various stock exchanges in the group, as well as creating a raw material exchange and grains exchange. We have already covered this in several videos, either here or in the description. You can view our full playlist here. Another area where the BRICS are already working together really well is technology. There is a real possibility of creating an alternative and secure internet network to today's infrastructure to provide greater security for both governments and citizens. Related to this area is the close and very active collaboration in cybersecurity, which is a crucial area. Also, in the field of artificial intelligence development, there is a lot of focus, particularly in Russia, India, and especially in China, including collaborations with Saudi Arabia. The Cyber BRICS group in Brazil has been involved for several years in developing and designing web-related proposals and activities, as well as in international law. You can find out more about these topics within our channel or in our blog on Substack. Robotics and hardware are really important for space projects. Russia has been doing this for a long time, and now China and India are getting in on the act. Russia is trying to get the BRICS countries to work together on lunar exploration. This year, Roscosmos has already planned a few meetings with space agencies from all the BRICS countries. Some other notable developments include satellite projects initiated by Iran and the United Arab Emirates' substantial investment in the 2028 interplanetary mission project and astronaut training. Saudi Arabia has also initiated training programs to develop its space industry. With numerous projects planned in this sector, it is evident that space exploration and technology are gaining significant momentum. This rapidly evolving field deserves dedicated coverage, maybe a specific video. What do you think? Let us know in the comments below. Security is another crucial sector, particularly in combating and fighting terrorism. Unfortunately, this issue has resurfaced after the events at the Crocus in Moscow and the attacks in Iran and Pakistan against Chinese workers. Unfortunately, this scourge spares no country. For example, among the BRICS members, it is India that records the highest number of terrorist attacks each year, somewhat surprisingly. This issue has been on the table for a while, with discussions and official documents from various summits and meetings between police forces from member countries already happening this year. It's also being discussed within the framework of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization. The education and training of new generations is a fundamental cornerstone in accessing the health of a society and a nation. In this context, the proposed BRICS university ranking system, initiated by Viktor Sadovnichiy, the head of the Moscow State University, already in 2013, and supported by Russian President Putin for the next summit in Kazan, aims to offer a more holistic assessment of university quality. It focuses on social impact, alumni views, and broad academic strengths, promoting a balanced perspective as an alternative to Western-dominated rankings. It tries to give a full picture of how well universities do, including how they help society, what their students think, and how good they are at different things. Health cooperation within the BRICS countries is a dynamic field that reflects the unique challenges and aspirations of these major middle-income nations. As they represent a significant portion of the world's population, their strategic collaboration on health issues has considerable implications for global health governance. These nations have identified communicable diseases, access to medicine, and universal health coverage as their top health priorities due to their shared public health challenges and historical growth in health governance and expenditures. The BRICS countries are looking into ways to promote a green economy while keeping a balanced and pragmatic approach to the topic. As we talked about it in a previous video, these nations want to avoid getting too obsessed with the green agenda by rather adopt a more measured and healthy perspective. Russia is leading the way in trying to create an alternative to the European Union's carbon border adjustment mechanism by developing standardized methods for emissions calculations and criteria for validating climate projects. The idea is to protect the BRICS economies from the potential drawbacks of the European Union's carbon regulation while promoting a coordinated approach to environmental issues and fostering a low-carbon economy. The tourism and sports sectors are also significant areas of focus for the BRICS nations. Regarding sports, we have previously discussed the boycott that the USA and the West have systematically imposed on the BRICS Games and the World Games of Friendship. For brevity, we suggest watching that informative and entertaining video. Turning to tourism, an industry that the BRICS countries have been collaborating on for years to facilitate the movement of citizens between member nations. Tourism is an important area of cooperation amongst BRICS countries. Cooperation in tourism increases people-to-people exchanges amongst the BRICS countries, which leads to friendship and fraternity and enhances a better understanding of each other's culture and heritage. Russia wants to create a working group and roadmap for boosting travel between the BRICS nations from 2024 to 2026. Pretty cool, right? According to the Russian Economic Development Ministry, they are expecting the tourist flow to hit around 5 million trips by the end of 2024. That's almost 4 times more than the 1.4 million trips in 2023. They recently had a video call meeting with all the BRICS countries plus the new members like Egypt, United Arab Emirates and Ethiopia. Everyone seemed on board with Russia's proposal to improve communication between their tourism industries and increase that sweet tourist exchange. Russia is also planning to host a BRICS tourism forum in Moscow soon. They will have the first meeting of the tourist working group there too. It sounds like it will be a good time. Just imagine all the big shots from the BRICS tourism scene networking and making deals. It might be a good time to start planning a BRICS vacation, don't you think? Finally, we want to tell you about the upcoming BRICS Bakery Cup in Moscow, which is happening from May 20 to May 26. This event celebrates unity through the art of bread making, with teams from all BRICS countries participating to showcase their baking skills and expertise. The BRICS Bakery Cup aims to strengthen the friendship between nations, unite people and promote an atmosphere of international solidarity, tolerance and peace. Bread has been a symbol of life, peace, goodness, prosperity and unity among nations for centuries, making this event a great way to promote these values. So it's pretty clear that the BRICS nations are moving in different directions, trying to create environments and territories for growth and development without worrying about what the Western countries think. The dialogue with international institutions remain open, but they have had enough of the arrogance and stubbornness of a Western mentality that is still oriented towards colonial domination. The Global South has gotten tired of waiting and is building an alternative, hopefully better world. With more than half of the world's population and plenty of resources and raw materials, it won't be hard to imagine that soon the scenario of global institutions will undergo a radical shift. However, the road ahead is complex and full of challenges. We hope this exploration has given you a better understanding of the BRICS impact. Let us know which sectors you want to know more about, and we will dive deeper into the details we couldn't cover in this video. In the meantime, please help us grow by liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And don't forget to follow us on social media too. All the details are in the description. Until next time, stay curious and stay with us. Thanks for watching.